better and sweeter than flowers. Pick up a dozen or two today. Available only at Krispy Kreme Donut in front of HCA Hospital, 23rd Street, Panama City, and on the Ross Clark Circle in Dothan. Krispy Kreme Donut since 1937. Krispy Kreme Donuts, where you get them on.
PLQ Port St. Joe, WGSX Lumen. Powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Rise and shine, campers. It's a brand new day.
What a lovely morning.
Good morning, starshine.
You seem happy this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thanks for coming in early.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local. Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Gonna get you hot. I'm gonna make it wet. Stay hot tub. Rubber dub and hot tub. Rubber dub with me. Take it hot tub. Will you make me sweat?
Don't talk.
Take it hot tub. Will you make me wet? Well.
Coach?
Go ahead. Somebody talk. Hey,
We have technical difficulties here with Elvis Presley.
Here this morning.
Oh, we apologize for being off the air early.
He's trying to have a seance here and bring that back Elvis or something.
God, don't get him saying Elvis.
Like Ted Burgundy without his teleprompter.
It's bad enough I'm not allowed to eat anything because I'm fasting today for blood work, but don't get him saying Elvis.
I don't get this.
It's because it's technology and you're
Is your
old.
computer messed up?
Yeah, you go to bed, everything's working. Yet you come in here in the morning working and nothing works.
Got gremlins, man.
And of course I call home. No, I didn't touch it. No. Anyway, good morning. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Jason Kovaleski, Jim Brett, and Wildcat. Jason, what's going on? Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Jason can help you. You getting sick? Go see him. If you don't want to get sick, go see him. Jason, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. We just, got some new proteins in, got some deals going on. Just come down and check us out. We got a free sample bar as always. The InBody 570s at both locations. And if you want to get on a meal plan and kind of walk you through what to eat, when to eat it, we can also do that as well. So just come see us on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village or in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Two wonderful locations. You'll be glad. Try the zinc. Try the immune. It will help. Hey, today in beautiful Panama City Beach, 72 degrees the high today. Man, this is beautiful. Look at this. Wednesday, 70 with a low of 56. Thursday, a high of 69, low 59. And then on Friday, 70 with a low of 57 right here in Paradise. And I think we have a chance for some bad weather coming up, some storms.
Maybe a little rain next week, but I haven't heard anything like gnarly bad.
That means, since you hadn't heard it, that probably means
It means buckle
Hopefully
down.
the winter's over.
Buckle down.
We haven't had a winter like
winter's
that
over.
in since I've lived here, probably at least the consistent cold weather.
Yeah, I've had enough of the cold.
Oh, man, I went to Cincinnati 2 weeks ago. It was the average temperature was 7 for 3 straight days. Snow on the ground, snow falling from the sky. Dogs and cats living together. It was awful.
Oh, my God. Well, hey, what did you guys... I don't get it. Yeah, I do. The NFL doesn't do anything by chance.
No, nothing's coincidence.
It's always planned out. They're always ahead of the game. The halftime show, think about it. That's probably a smart move by them. Because if you look at the population of this country, where it's headed, we were primarily white race, white, black, and Hispanics are going to take over the population. You read it. You can see, look it up. But they better get the Muslims involved in sports, because I think they're the ones that are really going to take over. They say they're going to do that. But what is that what it was, you think? They're being smart and go, look, we've got to make sure that this game continues to grow?
They sure have gotten a lot of airplay and people talking about the Super Bowl game, whether it be good or
not
bad.
the game. I think more talk about the halftime than the game.
The game was
well.
Yeah.
I think controversy creates eyeballs. You're going to tune in whether you hate it or love it. And I think they made a very strategic move. And I hate the way people do things nowadays. They don't really care about the attention, whether it's bad or good. I would hope you would do something good for the country and bring people together. But if that brought you together, good for you. If it didn't, I just didn't watch it. I didn't watch much of the Super Bowl. I thought it was one of the worst Super Bowls in the first half I've ever seen. I thought it was boring. I think the guys just go through the motions. If you look at the college football playoff and the intensity those guys play with versus what we see in the NFL, I just don't even think it matches up anymore. Every single one of them is stinking rich, so I don't think they have that drive to compete as much as they used to. Like when we used to watch the 49ers and Cowboys back in the 80s and 90s, it was like every play you were sitting on the edge of your seat. I don't get that at all. It looks like a corporate party that they threw a football game in the middle of a concert. So to me, it was just a produced entertainment spectacle. If you loved it, great for you. I personally, as a football fanatic, hated the game, hated the production, so I just turned it off and went about my day as I do always.
The NFL has made me a college fan.
Absolutely.
Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm losing interest in college.
I am too, because now the money flooding in is ruining some of the what we talk about all the time.
Yeah,
I mean,
makes you wonder. But going back to that Super Bowl thing, what I don't like that even a family, some people we know were like going nuts because we didn't like the halftime show and we changed it to go watch the Kid Rock and the other one. They were upset about that, bad-mouthing us about that.
I heard that show kind of sucked too.
I think both of them did, to be honest.
I like that one a lot better than
If you like that music,
I could understand.
The production was off.
They had 25 million people have tuned in to watch it since it happened. I think 6 million live and up to 25 million so far.
Nice.
But, why would you get mad if we're upset and we didn't want to watch something we didn't understand what they were saying?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, you want to understand what's going on. You want in some cases, you want to sing along, but, I don't know. He warned us about
I just wish that this play Whitney Houston playing the national anthem.
Oh, my God.
Let her do it every time. Just put a video of her playing it. And let's James Brown did a good halftime show when he did it at the Super Bowl. Y'all remember that?
You could always get Janet Jackson back up there.
She did a good job. I'm for that. Michael Jackson.
I'm all for that wardrobe malfunction.
So you just think they did it just to create chaos? JC's in charge. What's his name? That guy?
Jay-Z.
JC's company
since 2016.
Jay-Z, whatever.
Since 2016, Jay-Z has been booking all the acts on there.
Right.
And
why did they hire him to do that?
I don't know.
Him and P. Daddy
well, because
oil contest.
He's got a contract with them. Because he has a record label, he has an agency, and it's easy peasy. All he's got to do is say, here's who we got. I'm going to do this, and they just say, okay, you're on top of things. You're successful.
I think it goes way deeper than that, but I don't think we have enough time on the show, and I think we'd all be fired by the end of it.
And I'm with you. I think that's the real thing.
Oh, for real. No doubt. I mean, entertainment itself has been exposed for what it was.
I just can't believe, though, those owners would all agree this is what we need to have.
They're all elitists. They're all pushing a narrative. They all have the same
Not all
comment.
of them. Jerry
But they don't
Jerry
care.
does behind
they don't
closed
care about
doors.
The halftime
Jerry's
show,
one of those votes that he could have stood on his morals and stuff and had some change, but Jerry doesn't because Jerry's a billionaire too.
They want cool commercials and they want a good football.
Well, they had one cool one, the Clydesdale horse and the eagle, the little bird.
Yeah, that was cool.
Probably the best one.
I don't even understand the commercials anymore. I don't even know what they're selling half the time. Like it used to be funny and I would laugh, but now it's like, are they speaking to a different species than me? Because I have no idea what they're talking about.
If you'd have paid that $1 million, $5 million for
$7 to $10 million,
whatever you pay, whatever,
30 seconds,
and you lost 6 to 20 million people at halftime not watching. Wouldn't it be upset when you call and say, "Look, I'm advertising. I want a discount." You had a dang thing on halftime that kind of screwed our.
Well, they still got injury timeouts and into the quarter timeouts and stuff like that where they would run. They still
you have to realize is so many people turned in just to see what was going to happen. That made up for the people they lost that were like, this just isn't my cup of tea. So they're trying to bring in a whole new faction. Because let's be honest, the NFL is trying to go worldwide. They're globalists now. They don't care about the United States as much. The NBA did the same thing. Everybody's like, how does the NBA make money? Nobody goes to the games. Nobody watches it. Well, they're global. People in China watch it. People in Europe watch it. That's how they get 120 million people watching the Super Bowl versus where a college football game is only based in the United States gets 20, 25. So 30. It's a worldwide product, and they're catering to people that aren't you or me or Wildcat. They're catering to new people.
It's just sad because it's our game, and we would think they'd have,
Well, my conspiracy is that they're all trying to turn us into soccer fans. They're going to trash college football. They're going to trash
worldwide. That's the game. Worldwide, that is the game.
Yeah, but I mean, baseball used to be the American game, and the NFL kind of took over there, was the American game, and so now they want everybody watching soccer.
If you want real change, turn it off.
And next year
quit watching it.
Super Bowl will be a flag football game.
I didn't even know that was the Pro Bowl. I turned it on. I was like, what are they practicing out here?
Well, Apple was one of their big sponsors. Apple was a big sponsor. They got a new pod, whatever you call it, coming out that translates Spanish into English right then.
That's not new. There's been apps like that.
They got a new one. A new one.
Updated one.
A new one, yes. And that's maybe, hey, now you know get one, you can hear what they're singing, what they're saying.
Now I know when I call customer service what everybody's talking about.
You need an Indonesian one for that, too.
All right. Hey, did y'all watch any of the...
God bless America.
Did y'all see that girl that in the snow?
Oh, Lindsey Vonn?
Yeah, did you see that?
Yeah.
That's pretty bad, wasn't it?
Yeah, she broke her leg.
Did somebody said they were going 92 miles an hour on one of those I don't know which one it is. I don't know.
That's the downhill. It's
downhill.
Insane. She already had a torn ACL from practice.
92 miles. Can you imagine going 92 miles an hour into...
You ever been skiing? Just looking down the hill, you about pee your pants. I mean, it's not fun looking down.
I never did the jump.
No.
I've never done that.
Imagine going and looking at the top of that hill and just say, screw it, I'm going to go straight down. And I don't care what I hit. That's what they're doing.
No thanks.
No.
And it's steep when you look down there. And these aren't even like big hills I went to. I went to like the Kitty Hill, and I looked down. I was like, oh, okay.
We went to Breckenridge in 93, I think.
Yeah.
Christmas. And we actually took a class before we never done that before.
Right.
Before we got up there. Well, it didn't help me. I think my skis were screwed up or something. But I did go off the track, off the thing and down, and had to climb back up. That really happened. And my knees swelled up, and I said, I don't want to do this. So I just watched them do it. They had a place there for the kids. We took them there, and it was safe. They had the biggest labs I've ever seen in my life. Those dogs out there are huge. But they did pretty good.
Yeah.
Julie did pretty good. Her brother...
You're lucky you took the class, because first time I went to Indiana, because there's a little hill over there we used to go ski and like do like snowboarding and stuff. So you had to go down a little hill and turn into the lift.
Yeah.
So there was people lined up. So I'm going straight down, and I started like, oh God, he turned, and boom. I got probably like 10 people down, and it looked like bowling balls.
Have you ever done that?
No.
Yeah.
I cross-country skied once for a class in college, and that was hard enough, no.
Can you imagine Jason coming at you with 2 sticks in his hand at 92 miles an hour?
I was like probably like 13, 14.
Oh, you were okay.
Yeah, I was about 150 soaking wet.
Have you done that walk? Have you ever gone snow skiing?
No, I have not. The closest I've come to that's tubing down a hill drunk.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Let it rip, boys.
That's actually really fun.
I like the snowmobile. We did that out there. That was fun.
As long as you know the trails. If you're going out and because you can hit something.
We had a guide with us. We went up there. We enjoyed it.
There's some bad wrecks on those though, because you don't know what's under the snow if you're going in areas where you don't really know or have it mapped out.
Yeah. Well, all right. Let's talk about some of our great people. Again, Jason, let's talk about Max Fitness Force Nutrition. People getting sick. This weather, 1 minute, it's the coldest it's ever been, and now we're up to above average. Again, the high today, I think, is about 72. Beautiful weather this week. And I don't know. I heard we might have some severe weather later this week. We'll see. But Max Fitness Sports Nutrition, Pier Park, 23rd Street. I swear by the zinc and the immune.
We also got some new products. Then we got some NAD Plus. It's a liposomal, so it's very bioavailable, so you can absorb more of it. We got some powdered magnesium glycinate too, which is very, very effective to get into the system a little bit better. You just pour it in a drink or in your juice in the morning, and you could take that magnesium and get that in your system. We just got Immune back in. They were back ordered. They're having a lot of people sick, so we've actually sold out, twice since we've been talking about it a little bit. But 20% off Immune till, maybe we'll probably end that around summer when we get through this kind of cold and flu season.
I want to hear more about the peptide stuff.
The peptides are amazing. I've been putting it on my sores because I've been going to jiu-jitsu, and I got rash scars and like scars all over my feet and hands. But BPC is great for open sores, tendons, ligaments, muscles. I mean, if you're not on that and you're in some pain, I think you're missing out on what it can actually do for you. It actually heals the problem instead of just treats the symptoms. So,
if you're diabetic, I think you could use that.
No, we got bourbon for diabetics. I mean, bourbon's great to balance your glucose out. Everybody should be taking bourbon. It just kind of helps your body stay insulin sensitive and clear the bloodstream. So bourbon's amazing to take.
Wildcat takes a lot of bourbon.
Yeah, that's a little bit different.
That doesn't work? Now you tell me.
But free sample bar, 2 locations, 23rd Street and Pier Park North.
Hey, the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, Thomas Drive. Best seafood, ice cold beers, days special. They got a couple specials in there today. Black beans quesadilla, of course, the great burger, steaks, pork chops, you name it. The seafood's incredible. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant. Go check it out today. You'll be glad you did. You over in Lynn Haven, go see Pat Pernell, city commissioner over there. I know he shops at Max Fitzpatrick Nutrition all the time now, and he is looking he looks good. He's handsome, good-looking guy.
Yeah, he is.
Beef Row Brady's Lynn Haven. Go check it out. You'll love it. And also, we talk about it all the time, this cold weather, Stevenson Air Conditioning. Well, guess what? When it gets hot, the same thing, man. Get a service. Let them come out. They'll coach you up. Your house is going to be perfect. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. You'll be glad you did. We'll be right back. Coach Coffin, Mo Rutherford baseball. I hope we get him. We'll be right back.
Mornings on ESPN Northwest Florida just got unsportsmanlike.
I absolutely think Seattle has what it takes to go back-to-back. They are going to have turnover at the offensive coordinator position with Clint Kubiak, but we have seen the emergence of Mike McDonald, a defense that is so nasty. We believe in Sam Darnold in a different way. So many great pieces on the offensive and defensive side of the ball, and now they have that championship DNA.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle. Weekdays 5 to 7 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Tuesday. A variety of some sun and slight fog this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze out of the south at 9 miles per hour and look for the high to be 68. Tonight, there will be slight fog with the temperature reaching 60. Slightly foggy and partly cloudy tomorrow with the high of 69. This weather is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Good luck surviving the off-season, football fans.
At first I was afraid, I was petrified. Football's over, it's like a part of me just died inside. 200 days till football's back, but tonight I won't just cry, cause I've got a ways to play. And that's the place with Hard Rock Bet, I will survive.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Get ready, boys. Valentine's Day is incoming. Coin and Bullion Reserve's fine jewelry will take great care of you and make the process easy. Earrings, necklaces, diamonds, and engagement rings. Jewelry to fit any budget. For decades, you've trusted Coin and Bullion Reserve's fine jewelry, the largest rare coin and bullion dealer in the Southeast. Finest jeweler in town, still at 2621 East 15th Street. Coin and Bullion Reserve's fine jewelry, your diamond headquarters.
He's a beacon of light to many and an inspiration to all.
These men need inspiration.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels studio.
They're motivated by Vicodin and Road Skank.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. I still can't find Facebook. All right, let's bring him on right now. Rutherford baseball. I can't believe baseball's already cranked up. Let's bring Coach Coffin in. Coach, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing? Good to be back on.
Oh, man, we love it. I cannot believe baseball is getting cranked up again. This school year is going by. It seems like the older you get, the faster it goes by. It's crazy. This is our 10th year, Jason. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man.
Been fun.
Been fun. Gone by quick.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, let's start out. How many years now have you been at Rutherford?
This is my 5th year as the head coach.
Wow.
And I did one as an assistant. So
All
I've
right.
been here for a good little bit now.
Has the population starting to come back out that way since the storm? Have you seen the enrollment of the school go up, or is it about the same, or what?
It's been about the same, I would say. Sometimes you think it's a little more. Some years we've had a little more, some years a little less, but I'd say overall about the same.
All right. We start the show every year. First of all, let's talk about give you some love to your administration, your athletic director, and your booster clubs. Who are some of those wonderful people?
Yeah, Dr. Mitchell, our principal, he does a great job at Rutherford. Very glad to have him as our principal. Tony Davis, his first year as our athletic director, with Adriana Hale helping him out too, and they're doing a great job in their first year. And our booster club is what makes things go around for us. Miss Kim Wynn and Miss Amanda Harry, they've been with me the whole time I've been here, and they're really what makes the program tick. So a lot of great people around our program. I'm blessed to be around them.
All right, now your coaching staff. Any changes? Give us the names of everybody's involved coaching for you at Rutherford High School.
Our main assistant, we have Marquez Oates. He's a local guy. He went to Bay High, pitched at Marion Military Institute, and then Troy University. He brings a wealth of baseball knowledge to our guys, and he's been with me. He was with me last year, and he's with me this year. So really excited to have him back. And he does a lot for our pitching staff and our team overall. And we have a few other guys that help out. Andrew Starr when needed, Jonathan McQuaig, Mason Cook, guys that just come in and do a great job for our guys as well.
Coach Starr. Okay, cool. All right. This year, have you noticed much? Have you guys? I didn't ask the other coaches. I forgot to, but this transfer deal. We seen a lot of movement in the county as far as baseball players going to different schools? Did you pick up anybody? Did you lose anybody?
Yeah, we picked up a couple guys, one local and then one from out of town. As far as teams around the county, I'd say it's a little down from what I've heard about in the past. I don't think we've had as many transfers, or at least that I've heard about, that we've had in the past. I think teams were able to retain their guys. I didn't hear too much about many transfers.
Yeah, that's a good thing. All right, what's your district in baseball this year? Who you got to beat to make the playoffs? Who you playing? Who's the district?
So our district is Gadsden County, North Bay Haven, and Bay High.
All right.
So we lost to Bay High last year in the district championship, 1-0. So we're looking to get a little revenge on that one this year.
Well, what do you think about you feel so you match up pretty good with these guys?
Yeah, I think Bay High is bringing a lot of guys back. They're going to be really good. North Bay Haven's got a new coach in there. We played him in the preseason. He's doing a really, really good job. So I think it's going to be a really competitive district, and really excited to get out there and see what we got.
All right, give us the names of your seniors and as many players you can talk about.
Yeah, Kalen Wynn. He's going to play a lot of shortstop for us and hit right in the middle of our lineup. He had one of the better falls that I've seen around here. He probably hit about 500 in the fall with some power, some gap-to-gap power, with a little home run power in there as well. Really stepped up on the defensive end, too. He's been a great shortstop. Our two big arms coming back are Devin Langley and Tyler Harry. They both had a lot of success. Devin from the left side and Tyler from the right side. They both have pitched now the varsity level for 3 or 4 years. So it's nice to have some guys out there with some experience that you know what you're going to get. We have Cameron York. He transferred in from Key West. He's a big righty and on the mound and plays center field and hits for us. Jack Strickland plays a little right field, catches a little bit, big bat in our lineup. Our catcher is huge for us. Douglas Maldonado. This is his 3rd year starting catching for us. And he's pretty much the backbone of our team, as you know catchers are. So those are some guys that we're really going to be counting on this year.
Now, this team this year coming up, what do you feel like? Is it more of an offensive team? You guys can hit the ball very well. Can you be aggressive? You got guys that can run the bases, or are you more of a defensive team?
I think if we are going to be good, we're going to be good on the mound, and we're going to be good on defense. I do think we swing it at times better than we've had in the past, but I think the strength of our team is going to be on the pitching and defense side. If we're able to throw a bunch of strikes and make the routine plays, I think we're gonna execute enough on offense to scrape some runs across and get some big hits at some key moments. And but really, our focus has been on our defense. If we play good defense, I see us being pretty good.
What about your schedule? Who are you going to play that's not in your district? I know you got a lot of them.
Yeah, this week coming up, we got Arnold tonight, and we have Marianne on Thursday. We also play Destin. We play Fort Walton Beach. We play all the teams locally, Bluntstown. I'm kind of drawing a blank on the rest, but kind of play everybody locally, and then within an hour of travel distance, that's kind of who we got. And then we do go down to Tampa for a little spring break event, so I think the guys are excited about that, and we'll venture out and play some guys down south as well.
Is this more like a veteran team for you? Do you got a lot of guys coming back? I know you talked a couple about some seniors and starters, but how do you feel about this team makeup going into the season, being you were one game away from a district championship?
Yeah, a lot of guys. We only lost 2 seniors, very, very key seniors for us, but only 2 we're bringing back. We have 6 seniors, which is the most that we've had since I've been there. So definitely going to lean on our experience, and excited to have that experience lead us throughout the season.
Well, Coach, we appreciate it, man. We'll call you next week and talk about these games you're going to be playing, okay?
All right, sounds good, guys. You have a good one.
Thanks, Coach. All right. Baseball here, I say it all the time, is the best anywhere in the state of Florida. We got the best coaches. I think we got great facilities, and it's important to everybody around here.
It starts at the youth. I mean, we always had really good youth programs around here in Lynn Haven, Callaway, all the way over to Port St. Joe. I mean, this area's always been well known for baseball.
Jim Bob, when we get back at FSU, get ready to go. How much time we got to walk at? 1 minute. Let's take a break. We'll come back and talk with Jim Brand about what's going on in Tallahassee, Florida. I think their baseball team is going to be outstanding this year. I really do. I'm really hoping so anyway. Football, I'm not so sure about in the future, but hopefully it'll be good. Let's talk about a new sponsor. We appreciate them so much, and that's Pepper's Mexican Grill on Panama City Beach Parkway. If you have not been there, go check it out. The inside's been remodeled. It looks absolutely beautiful inside. Happy hour is incredible. Buy one house margarita, the next one's free. Same thing with the draft beer. Military Days every Monday. 10% off your bill, lunch, dinner. Also, don't forget the one over there in town. We all know about the one in town, right across the street from the mall on 77. But go check out Panama City Beach. It's right where TG Fridays used to be. Go check it out. We know you will love it. We've had some great times there, no doubt about that. Also, Dr. Ward, listen to him at 7:30 every Wednesday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. If you got something that doesn't look right, it doesn't feel right, all it takes is 5 minutes, and you're listening right now, there's an office near you. Hey, we're going to go to Lynn Haven Beef Brace. We know that. But we need to go. What's coming up this Saturday?
Well, you got Valentine's Day coming up. I tell you what, I stopped in and saw David and at David Adamson Designer Jeweler and talked to Russ and Amber. Well, I tried to, but they were busy. And one thing that I noticed that I didn't know that they do is if a woman picks out or a man picks out a ring.
They do. That's good. That's good. I
mean, it sounds like a country song. But she didn't like the stone. She didn't like the color of the stone, so they just took the stone out and replaced it with a stone that she handpicked from a bunch of stones. So that was pretty cool that they can do that right there in-house at David Adamson Designer Jewelry. Take your jewelry in there for a free cleaning and a free jewelry inspection all day long. David Adamson Designer Jewelers 830 Highway 77, Lynn Haven.
And don't forget about Jason Kowaleski and Max Fit Sports Nutrition. Do you want to look better, feel better? Jason can make it happen. Listen to him every Tuesday and every Friday right here on Northwest Florida. If you're worried about getting sick, you just want to be healthy, you just want to feel better, go see Jason Kowaleski. We'll be right back with FSU 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Northwest Florida. It's the Coach James Hale
The
Show.
SEC and Big Ten make so much more money than everybody else.
They do. It's unbelievable.
Over $1 billion. And I think the Big Ten was more. They hadn't came out with theirs yet. This is
I don't know. We're going to have a real big bake sale. Okay. We need $437 million. Can you help us out? Buy a cookie?
Weekday mornings 7 to 9. ESPN Northwest Florida.
PCB Hobby, the beach's premier hobby store for sports cards, comics, coins, and trading card games. PCB Hobby carries the largest selection of boxes and packs from the latest releases of brands like Topps, Panini, Leaf, and more. Looking for a specific player or team? PCB Hobby has a wide assortment of raw and graded cards. They carry parallel rookie, game used, and autographed cards in both modern and vintage. Have a collection you want to sell? We buy, sell, and trade. PCB Hobby on Back Beach Road, just east of Florida Linen. Call 850-320-8388.
Reliable Copy Products is proud to be the exclusive dealer in Northwest Florida for Kyocera office equipment. Reliable Copy Products has been committed to providing professional, personalized service for the last 35 years. They understand that the right equipment does not always fall within today's budget requirements, so they offer several options for the equipment you need today for the growth you expect tomorrow. Call James Mothers at 784-6601. 784-6601. Reliable Copy Products on Harrison Avenue, just north of Bay High School.
Signworks, a business serving businesses since 1985. Everything from signs and banners, vehicles and boats, magnetic and real estate signs, contractor signs, and much more. Signworks can do large format, full color printing too. Signworks, a real professional in the business world. Call Signworks at 785-8899. Signworks, 850-785-8899.
I'd like to introduce.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
Milk was a bad choice.
If I could just have your attention.
60% of the time, it works every time.
If anyone wants to switch jobs, let me know.
Live from the J. Michael Studio.
I have many leather-bound books.
On 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
FSU Update is brought to you by Newbies. Get out to one of the 4 Newbies. Have a great time. Newbie 2 and the Curve go watch all sporting events. Head on down to the mothership. Have a wonderful time. Charlotte's going to have the best entertainment for you every single night because that's what she does. She is the best. So is John. We'll be right back. Go ahead, Jim Bob.
All right, let's wrap up football once and for all. All right. It always cracks me up. James Hale is guilty of this. I'm guilty of a little bit with Ohio State. But there's always somebody out there who wants to post that this guy from whatever college you support played in the Super Bowl. He was on the team. Cam Akers from Florida State, who at one time was a very good pro for the Rams.
Yeah.
And he won the Super Bowl about 3 years ago with the Rams. He was on Seattle. I don't think he saw the field in the playoffs.
I don't remember from Seattle. I remember with the Vikings too, wasn't he, for a little bit?
Well, Rams for sure. But anyway, He was on the winning team. I know James said, yeah, but there are 4 guys from Alabama. I don't care. They never saw.
We had 7. Most any team in college football.
We don't care. Alabama still lost.
LSU had 5.
Alabama still lost 4 games last year. All right. And they shouldn't have made the playoffs. But I digress.
They'll probably lose 4 this year, too.
Yeah, at least. Let's talk about Florida State basketball. The men have had a 3-game winning streak lately. They've beaten Cal by 2, Stanford by 8, and Notre Dame by 3. Now, beating Notre Dame back in the day would have been a real accomplishment, but Notre Dame's not as nearly as good as they used to be in basketball. But the men's basketball, they're 11-12, so they're getting a little better, but they're still not what they were with Leonard Hamilton. Hopefully they'll get it together. They're pretty far down in the pack, and I don't know. I'll be honest. I don't know if the ACC lets everybody in their tournament, or you got to be in the top whatever. Jason, do you know that? Because I definitely don't know.
I'm not sure on the ACC.
Yeah, because every conference is different.
Yeah.
All right. Women's basketball, they're really struggling, even worse than the men. They're 8-16. I don't see them doing much. It's just reality. I mean, you got twice as many losses as you got wins. It's hard to see them going very far. Maybe they'll get it turned around. All right. Let's talk about the part that is positive. Let's talk about Florida State softball. Now, then you can be positive.
Yeah.
Their season kicked off this past weekend with the Joanne Graff tournament or whatever they call it. They had it in Tallahassee. They were 5-0. I think their new pitcher, I didn't write her name down. She's a freshman. She puts a no-hitter the first game.
Wow.
Right out of the box. So that's kind of good. So they won that tournament. They were 5-0. I think they're ranked number 5 or 6 in D1 softball rankings, which is not surprising. They're always good in softball. The usual people ahead of them: Texas Tech, Texas, Oklahoma, probably Florida, and I don't know who else. But the usual suspects. But softball is very good at Florida State, as everybody knows. Baseball is also very good, but they haven't started yet. Their first game is today. They play, not today, Friday. They got Friday, Saturday, Sunday with James Madison, all at Tallahassee. So you would expect them to do very well there, too. So we'll see. They started off really good last year. They got kind of a little flat spot, and then they finished up really well. They have a really good first baseman out of Tallahassee, Lincoln. He played last year, big left-handed hitter. I can't remember his name, but he had bombs. I remember that. So spring sports are a lot better than football was. So we'll see. If you missed it the other day, we talked about all their financial issues, being $437 million in the hole. Good luck. I thought about that again yesterday. Like, how do you get out of that as an organization? How do you get out of that?
But I do think that's a little misleading, because I remember Ohio State, when they did their stadium upgrades that year, they were like $280 million in the hole. They borrow money and leverage that for future payments. So that's a little misleading. Now they're still in financial trouble, but they just made all those upgrades, upgraded their facilities, did the stadium. So that had to cost probably $300-400 million to do all that. So,
yeah, it was.
So that's a little misleading. Not to say that it's still not an indicator that they're in bad shape, but it is a little misleading based on everything they did the last 2-3 years.
And while I'm still thinking of it, during the Florida State update here, I just happened to look on my phone. I always have the birthdays. Here's somebody's birthday today. It is Dr. Glenn Manley. Yep. Glenn Eugene Manley's birthday is today.
Baby.
I think he's 87. I'm not.
He is no, he's not. He's 86.
Oh, okay.
Glenn Manley is 86 years old. Now I don't know how old he is. Really.
So Glenn, are you out there playing golf? Are you out there on the links? Come on, man. Call in. Let us know what you're doing. Birthday boy, come on now. So anyway.
Happy birthday, Glenn.
There you have it.
You happen to bring up the.
I don't care how many Alabama guys played this.
We had 7, a record 7 compared to.
I don't care. Nobody cares.
Oh, LSU was second, and where was Ohio State?
LSU didn't make.
How many Ohio State?
Jackson Smith and Jigbo was Offensive Player of the Year. Of course, you can't say his name, so.
Yeah, don't.
How many does Ohio State have?
I'm not sure. I think 3 or 4, maybe. I know Henderson and
Coach of the Year from Akron, Ohio.
I think they have one other tight end or something.
I do have this. You're talking about. Are you done?
Yes.
Okay. We've got, this is something historically. I was going to use it for Alabama update, but since he brought it up, I'll do it now. But first, locally, we lost a really good coach at Wakulla. Their football coach is retiring. I think he was there like 20 years.
Yeah, he was there when we played against him.
Did he take over for Coach Jones?
Yes.
He's the one? Yeah, he was there, and he's going to keep teaching there for a while, but he's getting out of coaching, so congratulations for him.
Scott Cleese.
Is that who it is?
Yeah, K-L-E-E-S.
He is he did a good job there, there's no doubt. He followed a legend, and he did a really good job there. I started wondering who would want that job.
I don't know.
Lure somebody out of retirement, maybe?
I don't know. No.
A little younger than that.
No, a lot younger than that. No. Anyway, Jalen Milroe made history. He was the first Alabama quarterback to win a Super Bowl in his rookie year.
He didn't play one play.
Hey.
He didn't play.
Don't look at the. We're not talking about that. We're talking about what he did, not what he didn't do.
He carried a clipboard like a champion.
Anyway, he is the first Alabama quarterback to win a Super Bowl his first year in the NFL. That's never happened.
Oh, my God.
Joe Namath didn't do it. Kenny Stabler didn't do it.
He did?
Bart Starr, not as a rookie.
Oh, not as a rookie. No.
He made history. Now, as somebody negative pointed out, he really didn't play a whole snap the whole season.
All year.
But he did something that nobody's ever done in the program's history. So congratulations for that.
And you'll be beating your chest.
Were you drafted by Seattle? That was Dallas that got you, right?
What?
Didn't Dallas recruit you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, he got, I forgot what round it was, but
eighth.
he's actually the third string quarterback in the Seattle Seahawks. But congratulations.
So he didn't even hold the clipboard. He was like an emergency quarterback.
That was the third team, and he's a scout team quarterback.
Pretty much. I don't even think they dress. I think you can only dress two, and if they bring you in, then the other quarterback has to go on like injury reserve.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly how it works either.
It's crazy.
But he didn't play all year.
But a stat that was shocking to me was Sam Darnold was the first USC quarterback to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, I was really surprised.
I was very surprised at that because they've had a history of really good players.
That's a good trivia question. And let me just talk about, I was just looking at during the break. This is, we always talk about recruiting and scouting and drafting. Will Campbell, the left tackle for the Patriots, who got eviscerated the whole playoffs. Pitiful. He was the 4th overall pick in the NFL draft last year. Number 4. Okay? So somewhere along the line, it's either somebody got it historically wrong or, man, the guys he's playing against are a lot better than the number 4 pick. He was number 4. Out of LSU in the whole, and he got destroyed.
Is he a rookie?
Yeah, left tackle for the Patriots.
He'll get better as the years go by.
Number 66, he got destroyed.
Yeah, and one of the guys destroyed was a former Bama player.
Oh my goodness!
Roll Tide.
Which one?
And I thought he was pretty high.
It doesn't matter.
Number 4. So what I'm getting at is, and Sam Darnold was number 3 when he came out. Right. He didn't play for first. Well, he played for the Jets. That doesn't help, but. It's inexact science, man. You never know. And hopefully he'll get better. I felt bad for him. I mean, it's like, golly, he's getting destroyed. Well, help the guy out.
Didn't we kind of think this was going to happen? We watched the game before, and we thought, maybe the snow, maybe that's why they weren't so explosive. But Seattle just looked a lot better. They played a tougher schedule.
Yeah, Seattle's better.
Yeah. The quarterback's way more experienced. You can say what you say about Darnold, but those years that you've played in the NFL, every year you take something different. He's been through a lot of adversity, so you can either fold it up or you can come out and play better. He definitely played better. Drake May was the difference in the game to me was just the mistakes by Drake May. He was missing wide open receivers, and Seattle was just way better, to be honest.
All the passes were off target.
Well, they couldn't block Seattle's front seven, and Seattle could run the ball consistently. Kenneth Graham was the best player on the field for me. I don't know.
The little scat back?
Yeah. I mean, he ran over.
Where did he play college ball at?
Michigan State.
He started at Wake Forest and transferred to Michigan State.
He actually, I think, ran for like 2,000 yards that year, or close to it. I mean, he was top 5 Heisman that year. So just for a Michigan State team, that's a really, really
I didn't know this. The most wins by AFC team, East team, since 2000, the Patriots had 33. And the next team up, I thought they had more than that. With the Bills, they only had 8. The Jets had 6, and Miami only had 1.
Is that
playoff wins? Yeah, I thought the Bills had more than that.
They don't.
Not really.
They don't thrive in the playoffs.
Wow. Anyway, didn't they fire their coach too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. They got the LSU former offensive coordinator that Burrows, Joe Brady.
That's right. All right, how much time we got? My computer not working, really messing me up. All right, let's talk about some of our great people. We got so many, man. Kyle Vandegrift's incredible. Listen to him every Friday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You looking for, I'm not talking about roofs. I'm talking about anything you want built. You want a beautiful facility, he can make it done. He can make it. He can do it. He can get it done. There's no doubt about that. It's called TK Vandy Roofing and General Contracting. They design, they build commercial, residential. They'll do anything you want. They can do anything. Also, Patrick, oh my God, you want that yard like a golf course? Patrick does an incredible job. Listen to Patrick every Monday right here on ESPN Northwest Florida. You got bugs in the house, they'll be dead. They won't come back anymore. In the yard, he'll get rid of them also. But they can make that yard like a golf course. Turf Pro Pest Control, #1. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida is taking it to the hole. your home for the most live college basketball on the Gulf Coast. The ACC, SEC, and the biggest games in the country. Plus the official station of March Madness.
The Panhandle's destination for live play-by-play.
Hear every slam dunk in ultra-high fidelity right here.
ESPN, Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Tuesday. A variety of some sun and slight fog this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze out of the south at 9 miles per hour and look for the high to be 68. Tonight, there will be slight fog with a temperature reaching 60. Slightly foggy and partly cloudy tomorrow with the high of 69. This weather is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Find something you love with great deals this month at Panama City Toyota. Get 1.99% APR on a new Camry, rated best midsize car by Kelley Blue Book. Plus, 90 days until you make your first payment. Get 2.49% APR on the Bucket Tacoma. Plus, 90 days until your first payment. And get 2.49% APR on the powerful Tundra. Plus, 90 days until your first payment. Come check out our showroom or browse online at Panama City Toyota.
Offer expires March 2nd. For details, visit PanamaCityToyota.com.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory or visit online, InstantReplaySportsCards.com.
He doesn't try on clothes at the department stores. He just rips stuff off the hanger and lives with the consequences for years.
It's classy, it's intriguing.
He's sexy, sassy, and full of spunk.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show inside the J. Michaels Studio. ESPN Northwest Florida.
Welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Birthday boy's on the phone. Good morning, birthday boy. What are you doing?
Feeling old. How's that?
Jim said you were looking old, so I don't know.
I am.
Are you on the links?
No. I'm going to relax today, make sure I kind of smooth through the day.
Aquarium.
Now, James said you're 87. Is that
I did not. I said you're 86.
I said he was 90. That was my guess. I lost the pool.
I'm only 77.
Nice. 77 years young.
Yeah.
I tell you what, he can do a lot of. He still gets around great, man. I'm telling you.
Don't play him at golf.
He can do it all. What's the secret of life, Glenn? Give everybody what to get to 77, that kind of health you're in. What do you got to do?
You got to drink a lot.
Well, I'm well on my way to 100 then.
So you want to be kind of preserved.
Toughens your immune system up.
Yeah, go see Jason. He takes care of these.
I just got a text in here. It says, if you marry younger women, you live longer. Is there any truth to that?
No comment. I've been told my wife not to mention her on radio.
Oh, okay.
Because everybody, she has people at Bay High listen. They run and tell her everything.
That's a good policy.
You got any breaking news for us? Anything going on?
No, I just want to let you know, Conrad's doing really great. I talked to him last night, and he still can't. They still don't want him to move around a lot, so. He gets to sit in the chair and do stuff, and when he sleeps, he has pillows around him because he can't roll over. They don't want him to roll around because of his neck and all that. So, so then he's my golfing partner. He can't play for 6 months, so I kind of took a sabbatical. I'm just going to play a couple of tournaments and stuff.
This is when you need to get out there and get that advantage when he comes back.
Yeah. Put him away, man. You got him
just
down.
tell him you ain't going, and
yeah.
when he comes back, you'll be a scratch golfer.
Yeah.
Like, what happened?
Well, we played 4 days a week, so I got plenty of practice in then, so I can't really lie to him.
Right.
Because he's seen me play too many times. So. But, yeah, so I just going to, FSU softball, they have 8 freshmen on the roster. They're one of 2 teams that did not take any transfer portal people.
I did not know that.
Oh.
And they have 3 freshmen starting in their lineup, and 5 of the 8 are their Gatorade Player of the Year in their state.
Dang.
So,
impressive.
And the girl that pitched the no-hitter was she's a sophomore. Her name is
sophomore.
Jazzy Francic. And so they had 2 freshman pitchers and pitched, and then the Dammy girl is the junior. She pitched, and then, the third baseman, Beecham, and then Torres, a shortstop. They're All-American choices again this year. So, and it's been really good. And they play tonight. They play Liberty tonight. Liberty's 23. Ranked 23, and then this weekend they go to Clearwater, and they'll start out by playing Texas Tech. They got beat 1-0 last year to go to Omaha. So
Texas Tech's off that stud pitcher?
Yeah, for $1 million, you can buy whatever you want.
Right.
So, but they're really looking good in baseball. They're looking really good too, and they play Friday, so that's good things. We're on the winning side, and the track team's doing well and all that good stuff. So
now,
Spring sports are holding to that.
Right. Now, Glenn, James Hale said, we were talking about, FSU's financial problems. He said if Manley would just stroke a check, get his checkbook and write a check and balance this thing out, we get things going in the right direction.
He could do it. Sell that property up at Auburn. Sell that condo up there. Condos. Those condos.
Well, one of them's right there on Glen Avenue, so if you know where that is, you go to Auburn. So
I know exactly where that's at. Wow.
So you have to rent it out to students so that it pays for itself.
Well, make sure you get down to Russ and Amber and take care of your wife. Saturdays, Valentine's.
They took care of me last year. I'm kind of working on something too again for this year, but you have to sneak in there. They're so busy, you have to sneak in there when you get a chance.
Thanks to us. Thanks to us.
That's true.
Thanks to Wildcat.
Wildcat
did a good job.
Yeah, you guys are sounding really good this morning. I tell you what, though, everything's going on. The only thing I didn't like about the halftime show was I had to put one of those little buds in my ear to see what he was saying, but he talked so fast I couldn't pick it up. So anyway, but I like the American, and they're reaching out. They're reaching out to, like you said, global people instead of the American people.
Right.
I don't know. They seem to not care about the common people who can't afford a ticket.
They're on top of what they usually do, so there's a reason to what they're doing.
Oh, yeah, there's method to all this madness.
At the end of the day, football's become secondary. It's about entertainment for them and eyeballs and money, and I think that's the direction the world's gone. And for people that are hardcore, that love the game, you're probably going to be a little frustrated moving forward, especially with college football as well. But at the end of the day, they are in business to make money, and they make the choices based on that solely.
Well, what they've done is they've come along with that acronym where NFL not for long. They keep going the way they're going. So
I fear they go the NBA route, they're going to suffer, because the people that really follow the games and watch are the people that we grew up playing football, coach football, and I think they're losing that section of the fan base.
Yeah.
Well, the NBA stands for National Backyard Association. So
got that right.
So you guys, keep on going. So I'm going to do my errands for the day.
All right, man. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We would sing, but then he'd mess up half of the words.
No, don't do that, because I'm trying to eat breakfast.
James doesn't know the words.
Hey, buddy. See you later. Thank you, Lynn. Appreciate you. All right, the people's caller's on the phone now. Let's take this. Good morning, sir.
Go, Director Jerry Marathon back to know. Hey, name one school that has 3 top 10 teams in their respective sports. Just saying.
Michigan.
Yep. Do you know what sports they are?
Yes, basketball, softball.
Probably hockey.
Basketball.
Wrestling.
It's not baseball. It's men's and women's basketball.
There you go.
And then hockey.
Okay.
They flip flop with Sparty. They split their series this past weekend. They won the first game, and then Sparty came and won the duel in the D at Little Caesars Arena downtown Detroit on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, everybody knows Michigan's a basketball school. Everybody knows that's what they're known for.
Well, no. It's basically, now I get Dusty May, new coach, he's got to find players fit his system. So I get he had to raid the portal and all that. But these coaches that have been established at places a long time and using the portal, I know that's the new way. But all they are, they're mercenaries. It's like you can't grow up with these kids when they were freshman through a senior and watch them grow and develop a relationship with that player. I mean, they're college student. No, they're college athlete mercenaries, and some haven't gone to school in 2 years. Carson Beck.
Yeah.
You know, and then he drives a stupid Lamborghini around frickin' campus. Is that what college sports is supposed to become?
Yeah, Alabama. Yeah, there's another one. Alabama. Yeah. He didn't want you to talk about this. Yeah.
Oh, no, Alabama.
Breaking up. What?
All their kids get their crimson and white new cars.
No.
Hey, get this, Jim, by Superflop. Snook, nice talking to you. I haven't talked to you a while. But it's kind of funny how since the playing field's been leveled and everyone can cheat, SEC ain't got it anymore.
That's right.
Hey, the only reason people would leave the South for money. That's it. They wouldn't go play up north for any other reason.
Thank you, Nick Saban.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, if the money's even, then what does that say about the South?
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know if it's even or not. Y'all got more of that stuff.
Well, here's what they think. What they don't teach you up north. You know what I mean? I mean, in
discipline, character, work ethic.
No. I'll be honest with you. They lied to you.
Well, up north they do.
Actually, the North had more slaves than the South. Did you know that? But they didn't teach us that up north.
I don't know about that one.
You sure about that one?
Well, they had more people up there.
I thought those plantations were in the South. Oh, yeah, okay. South Detroit. Yeah.
No, I'm being serious. Actually, the North had more slaves than the South did.
Where did you get this tidbit of information
what
from?
What high school did you go to? Michigan? Did you grow up in Michigan?
I'm not going to name the high school, but
you didn't teach him history, did you?
The plantations were all in the South. Like that's where slavery was. The factories, you can call them slaves, but they were actually getting paid a horrible wage. But you could call them slaves, but they weren't technically slaves because they did get paid.
They got paid.
Yeah.
I don't think they got paid in the South.
No.
I'm just saying.
I could be wrong.
They could kill you if you didn't do what they asked you to do. That was your pay.
They got NIL money.
You guys talk too much. I'm just saying the government has an agenda.
Does he know what he's talking about?
They want to push their agenda on us to believe a certain way and all that, and it's a bunch of crap. And all these conspiracy theories, you know what? It's kind of funny. They're starting to come true. So maybe we're not crazy. Just saying. Anyway.
How did we get onto this? We're talking football and basketball, the sports, and you got slavery.
Alabama cheating.
Yeah, that was Michigan. Michigan did the cheating.
Alabama cheating. Oh, everyone steals signals and all that crap. So I'm so sick of hearing. I hear Valeni up in Detroit.
How many coaches have been suspended for their lifetime because of sign stealing? All those coaches, all the evidence that y'all have. There was everybody.
Okay, here we go, Buckeye.
Well, that's just evidence.
But here.
You don't think Michigan would turn Ohio State in if they were doing the same thing? Why didn't they get busted? Why didn't their coach get suspended for their entire career? Why didn't five guys get fired and banned and arrested?
Hey,
you guys got tattoos.
Anyway, get this. Washington finally won a natty, and guess how they did it? They took 3 Michigan men. And they won the Super Bowl.
They had no. They had 4 Alabama players on the team.
Jay Harbaugh and AJ Barner.
You're breaking up. I can hardly hear you.
and Jim Harbaugh's got to be happy, but yet so mad that his younger son won a Super Bowl before he did. Can you believe that?
I really don't know.
Because Jay, of course you don't. Of course you don't.
Because none of the players that had an impact outside the tight end.
Oh yeah. So anyway, Buckeye boys. So my friend is married to John Lucas's granddaughter.
Nice.
Right?
All right.
And,
About time she made some good choices in her life.
And then ours is great too. Played football at the Air Force Academy, one of my best buds. Anyway, was at their wedding. That was like our last official squadron event before Hurricane Michael, actually, before they shut our squadron down. Anyway, they had, I think, a statue or a retirement ceremony for him up in Columbus a couple months ago, and they all went up to it and all that, and he praised the Lord and all that. So all the blessings to the Lord, man.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, I just thought I haven't talked to you in a while, so I figured I'd share that story with you, Buckeye boy.
Nice.
And considering your mom played basketball and tennis up there, she probably knows them.
Yeah, we all know who John Lucas is. He's an All-American 3 times. I mean,
yeah,
in the College Hall of Fame.
Yeah, dude, when he was at their wedding, you could tell it was him. I mean, he's a tall dude, man. Tall dude. Well, of course, basketball, right? But
hey, Michigan Eddie.
Real nice guy.
Michigan Eddie,
I'm talking.
Michigan Eddie, I think y'all do have a pretty good football coach now. I like your football
Whittingham's awesome. He beat the academy all the time. I hated Utah.
I can't wait till they run Underwood about 500 times and just break him down before the Ohio State game.
All I gotta say is they need to get a quarterback coach to develop him. Otherwise, you're just wasting his talent.
See, I said something positive about Michigan, didn't I?
Yeah.
All he did was cut down the SEC for cheating.
No,
well, you do cheat.
Cut down Michigan all the time. Whatever.
The SEC did not cheat. They just had better players, better coach. It just meant more.
We'll say this, after everything that happened with Sharon, they came out smelling like a rose because they got a coach that was better than before.
Yeah.
Talent level. They got the number 1 running back coming into the country to pair with Jordan Marshall. I got to see that offensive line first. I'm not really wowed by it because in the past they've had some really elite offensive lines, but defensive line, they got some studs. Carter Meadows is a 5-star number 1 defense in the country coming in. We got some decent linebackers coming in. Still a little worried about their secondary, but I do think they upgraded. I think they'll be better next year, far better than they were last year.
We certainly appreciate the phone call. We have to take a break now. You have been listening to the Michigan Eddie Network right here on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Right now, let's talk about some of our wonderful people, like Stevenson Air Conditioning. We don't care if it's hot. We don't care if it's cold. We got Stevenson Air Conditioning, and so should you. Don't go national. Go local. Go Stevenson Air Conditioning. Steve's Bike Shop. They've been in business since 1976. Is he local? Let me tell you this. Steve's a swim coach at Mosley. They do incredible work over there. They will deal with you. They got new and used bikes. The electrical bikes are taking over the world. They got the best prices on electrical bikes. And if you get one breaks down, take it to Steve's Bike Shop. You'll be glad you did. We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
You've read the headlines. You've seen the highlights. But how about the unfiltered truth?
Steroid era, you can like it, love it, hate it, whatever. It's a baseball.
Since 2017, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida has been the undisputed leader for sports coverage on the Panhandle. If it matters in sports, it matters to us, and it matters to you. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Tuesday. A variety of some sun and slight fog this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze out of the south at 9 miles per hour and look for the high to be 68. Tonight, there will be slight fog with the temperature reaching 60. Slightly foggy and partly cloudy tomorrow with the high of 69. This weather is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Looking to upgrade your truck? It's Blue Diamond Truck Accessories in Panama City. They sell, service, and install it all. Light kits, bed covers, bumpers, winches, lift kits, and any trailer hitch you can imagine. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, just west of Frankfort Avenue on 15th Street. Find Blue Diamond Truck Accessories on Facebook or call 850-914-0265. Blue Diamond Truck Accessories, 850-914-0265.
You've been low-key thinking about dropping a podcast. Well, now is the time to start, brah. Sports, politics, finance, science, health, real estate, music, interviews, surfing, conspiracy theories, or alien abductions. Ready to main character your own content? We can make it happen with Turnkey Podcast Productions from 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Our local, modern, state-of-the-art multimedia recording studio is now available for booking, starting at just $100 an episode. Take your fandom to the next level. For more information, text the keyword studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio to 850-215-6290. Text studio 215-6290 or jam over to ESPNPC.com. Bruh.
Delete WGSX Lynn Haven, WVLQ Port St. Joe, powered by Panama City Toyota.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
I don't always talk to Alabama fans, but when I do, I ask for large fries. Now back to the Coach James Hale Show on 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Alabama updates brought to you by Stevenson Air Conditioning. They're there for you anytime, day or night. They are number one, just like Alabama used to be. Alabama softball team set some records, man, unbelievable. Really, real quick, though, the basketball player, the judge ruled against him. He's not now ineligible. Now, I don't know if they're going to have to forfeit the games they played. Come on in. Sit down, Miss Hale. Hey. Sit down. We need a special guest.
I didn't touch the computer.
The show's been going on for an hour now. So, anyway,
she came to see me. She didn't come to see you.
That's right.
But will they forfeit the games at Texas A&M?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, obviously. My take would be they'll probably just let it go.
It's about the Alabama player?
Yeah.
I don't think
it was. What is it, like 2-3 wins? I mean, it wasn't like a whole bunch. I mean, I don't know.
And they didn't look very good in a couple of those games anyway. I don't think it affected the season. Plus, when you have an injunction, it pauses anything. Right. So when the injunction is denied, then it restarts. So you can't punish somebody retroactively.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of asked permission. Can we do this? Is it okay? And they said yes. Go ahead, and let them play. So then to take it away, I don't see it. But that, again, I'm not a lawyer. I don't know.
What's so crazy about this, though? The superintendent, the commissioner was against it.
Right.
Yet they did it anyway. I'm like, who's in charge? Isn't he the head guy? No, don't do that. No, we're going to do it.
You can take anything to court nowadays, and there's a good chance it's going to get overturned in the favor of the players. I mean, I don't know what's going on. That's why, and I said this a couple of times on different shows, I kind of feel sorry for the NCAA. Not that I feel sorry for them, but they have no power at all. If you say, no, Jim, you can't have your 6th year, they just take them to court. The court's going to side with the players. I have no doubt, Chambliss is probably going to play this year. He got denied again, but they're going back to court. There's a couple other players that are looking for a 6th and 7th year that are going to...
Guy Miami's going to be his 8th year.
Yeah, and he's already been approved to play.
So we're professional farm leagues, what we are.
It's just, they're making it up as they go. There's no guardrails at all.
Julie, you like what's going on in college athletics?
No, I do not.
You need to get close to the mic.
Speak to the microphone there.
You're an AD. Would you allow this to happen? All right, if you're the AD at Alabama, and the kid had played professional, it is professional, I don't care, the G League, whatever it's called, and they come back and they say, the coach comes to you and goes, look, we're going to play him. We're going to take it to court. Would you have said, go ahead and play him? Or would you have said, no?
I would have waited till the decision was made.
Okay, see? That's all they had to do.
Smart lady.
I am.
All right, I want to jump into
What'd you marry him for?
I was going to say.
I don't know.
There's conflicting reports here.
Alabama softball team, I think, is going to be really good this year. Record-breaking, now, of course, don't ask me who they played and what the scores were.
Surfside?
Record-breaking opening weekend. They had 18 home runs. The previous record was 10 back in 2022 and 2011. They had 51 runs batted in. The previous record was 48 back in 2019. They averaged hitting the ball 88.1 average. The previous record was in 2022 where they did 792. So now don't ask me who they played because I didn't write it down. But you know what? So what? They started out pretty good. They're ranked in some of the polls.
Go Panthers.
So go girls softball team at the University of Alabama. Now here's the big story, and I really don't want to do it in front of you two, but I will. Ohio State game, Alabama future schedule. Paul Feinbaum I think he listens to our show. Because we said this, 2 or 3 weeks ago, don't play it, get out of it. Look at Texas. Texas played Ohio State. They lost. It cost them being in the playoffs. They had to play Texas Tech or Texas EIU or whoever, an easy cupcake game. They'd have made the playoffs. They went on the road. They played the number 1 team in the country at their place, and they lost in a close game. That was their 3rd loss. They didn't make the playoffs. But Paul Feinbaum believes, I think, again, he listens to us. I think he's getting on board with what we were saying. He didn't think it's going to happen. Alabama's supposed to play in Columbus on 2027. Jeremy Pridgett was going to go to the game. I'd love to go watch a game, and that's one on my bucket list, go Ohio State Stadium and Michigan's Notre Dame also. But anyway, the next year, Ohio State's going to come to Alabama in 2028. Feinbaum says, I doubt this will even happen based on what I'm hearing. And I think he's hearing stuff with Alabama AD staying.
Yeah, because the Ohio State AD came out and said, we're playing those games.
Yeah, and I don't think it's going to happen.
His philosophy is we're going to 16. These games are going to be very important for seeding, but they're not going to keep you out. Like that's why they wanted guaranteed six, whatever. They wanted to go that model for 24. That way, these games would be scheduled, and you're not afraid to lose them. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to see these teams in the playoffs. That's the main thing. I mean, it's a.
But do you trust the committee?
I absolutely do not. Like, look at last year. I mean,
that's
why was Texas
deal.
Tech fourth? I mean, they had one win over BYU. You had some stuff with
and even Alabama, we get in. If we'd have lost like by 7, but when you get blown out and you look like you hadn't practiced all week in the SEC championship game, and you don't drop in the polls, and you still get in, it benefited us. Hey, we got in. And we won one game in the playoffs, and we got destroyed by the national champs. So do I trust him? No, I don't trust him. But here's what he says. The situation in Alabama, you got an athletic director that knows they got a coach on shaky ground. There's no doubt about that. I mean, he's lost 8 games in 2 years. 8 games in 2 years. 1-9. He didn't take over like Saban did where they were terrible. Right. He took over a team that had players. Now, a lot of them did transfer out, but he still had talent. And they only won. In the first year, we get it. 9-4. Second year they go 11-4. I believe it's 11-4. So he's got to do something the next couple of years. You can't lose 4 games every year at Alabama, keep your job. You can't do it. And the main reason that we're going to lose ball games, you're not going to see teams undefeated every single year in the SEC, is because you're going to 9 SEC games. Now, he does think that Georgia will continue the contract with Ohio State. He does think that game will happen because their coach, there's no pressure on Kirby Smart. He's not going to get fired anytime soon. Even if he loses Ohio State 2 years in a row, he ain't going to get fired at Georgia. Right. We don't think. If they do, you're going to have to choke a check for about $100-something million. So he's in good shape. But Alabama, that's not the case. He's lost, again, 8 games in 2 years. 9 SEC games, put Ohio State on there. I'll tell you right now, I'm an Alabama fan. Yeah, we don't need to play Ohio State. Not right now.
That's why USC got rid of Notre Dame. They're playing a Big Ten schedule, a real one this year, and they didn't want to have to play
Give
that.
Give us Austin P. and Mercer, by gosh.
You're right.
Chattanooga.
You're absolutely. Give us
Chattanooga.
Give us 3 cupcakes, and then our cup next year's FSU. And I forgot the other one, FSU and some East Carolina. I can't remember who it is. But we got FSU to finish up with. And we scheduled that. We didn't know FSU would be really bad. Now, hell, they beat us last year. As bad as they were, they beat us last year. So I get this. And I'll go back to Texas, Ohio State. If Texas does not play Ohio State and they play anybody else and they win that week 1, they'd have been in the playoffs.
But we got to quit making excuses for it. And the reason they missed the playoffs is because they lost a 4-8 Florida team. I mean, the Ohio State game, if they would have just beat Florida, they're in because that's a quality loss. And that is weighed by the committee. Not that I trust them, but the Florida loss is what kept them out.
Well, what kept Alabama in? Who did we beat? We found out.
ESPN.
We found out that Tennessee, South Carolina, Missouri,
Vanderbilt,
and Vandy weren't what we thought.
Look, it was money. They're the biggest Southern brand in college football.
Yeah, money.
Love them or hate them, people want to watch.
Somebody that knows more than all of you in there wants to talk to you right now.
Well, that's easy. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Or not.
Go, Jeremy.
That's sad that the person that knows more than all of us has nothing to say.
Jeremy?
Yeah.
Hey, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey, a guy from Southern Miss who prides himself on playing anybody, anywhere, anytime, sitting here. Give
That's
me 3
different.
cupcakes. They're going to take your degree. I mean, they just,
They already have.
Degree? You don't have a degree.
I'm going to take Julie's degree.
Yeah. No, so what? So you're saying, Jeremy, I know you wanted to go to Columbus. I know you wanted to go out there. I know you want that trip. But you got to look at you got to look at the whole program. Do what's best for the program. Let's go play Chattanooga, get a win, and make the playoffs, and play Ohio State then.
You know, shooting fish in a barrel has just kind of lost its fun. I mean, you pay $1.5 million, somebody come take a beating. The fans are just tired of that piece, you know, and that's the part that, we're going to get these marquee games in the playoffs, maybe first round, but, Alabama came up and got Oklahoma first game. I mean, at the SEC contest. So, you want to go to the Horseshoe. You want to go to South Bend. You want to go to these places because otherwise it's just, directional tech coming in to pick up a paycheck, and nobody's really happy with that.
But I think you're looking at it the wrong way. What if they go up there and win? Now you're a mock.
Have you watched Alabama play?
Yes, that's why I want y'all to come.
Yeah, I know y'all want to sit there. I won't show up the next week after that game, not with these two guys. But no, you trust the committee. I don't trust those people. What if you go up there and play them close?
We really trusted the committee and came out okay, as you said. I mean, Alabama was a flawed team. We knew it. They showed signs of being a good ball club, but then they'd lay an egg. But I do think that the games, the outside non-conference games, will matter even with 9. And, I don't like that we've gone to 9 because it's additional risk. Kirby nailed it. Somebody's going to get an extra win. Somebody's going to get an extra loss, and it dilutes things. But, 12 teams will probably be 16 teams before it's over. So there's no stopping this if you can increase the number of games and increase the revenue and the payouts.
All right. Do you think the game's going to be played? I don't.
I do think they'll keep that one. They canceled West Virginia. I think the Oklahoma State game is probably lost. There's some others out there. Virginia Tech probably not going to go to Blacksburg, probably not going to Boston College. So, the future games, because they had gone to the two Power Fours, and he'll keep one of those because the conference requires it.
The reason I think you're right on that is because it's going to come from the commissioner, and it's going to come from ABC.
The networks.
Because we all know that'll be the most watched game all year, and you're talking big money. Big money. And
and then that return trip to Alabama, big gate money.
Oh my God, that'll
money
be.
for
You imagine
Birmingham.
them coming? It's like when Texas came in there.
Because the Ohio State fans will come down there and buy up a lot of tickets.
I do hear Southern Miss is interested in another 15-year every game in Tuscaloosa series. So,
hey, anywhere, any place, anytime. We don't back down from
just
anybody.
not this year.
All right, y'all be good.
All right, buddy. Thanks for the call.
All right.
Everything he said was wrong.
Yeah, you thought we were serious about that? We don't want to play that.
He's going to rebuttal that on Thursday.
Really, that game's not going to be canceled.
I don't think so.
The TV networks.
We've heard a lot of rumors that it was on the Ohio State side, and Bork came out and said that we're not even talking about that. We're trying to play these games, and they have
that's
look at Ohio State's schedule this year.
That's not.
They play
2 years away.
3 top 5 teams, and they play 6 top 15 or top 20 teams this year. Yeah. They got Oregon at Indiana. They got USC. They got Michigan, they got Texas, they got Iowa at Iowa. To me, they got maybe the toughest schedule in the country this year.
Schedule.
So this whole 9-game argument from the SEC, it's in both conferences, man. I mean, the Big Ten's much better, and now they got good coaches at Penn State. They got good coaches at Michigan State, who every now and then under D'Antonio would go 9-3. They made a playoffs. I mean, they have upgraded their coaching in the Big Ten. They're actually utilizing this money from the TV networks, but the TV networks are what's driving this. And if you're going to make them a ton of money and you're going to get all these payouts, they're going to want you to play these big-time out-of-conference games.
And I think we were right about this, but then I started thinking about USC, Notre Dame. That's a big draw national TV game. But the amount of money USC makes off TV is the most than anybody. The Big Ten gets the most money.
And I think the Big Ten made a statement to their team to say,
conference.
Get out of the Notre Dame games, make them get in a conference. If they want to make money off of us, they need to join a conference because they're getting so many, I
think you're right.
They're getting their own money, their own networks, they're doing their own thing. And now if they're just in the top 12, the rules don't apply to them. They're just automatically in. So to me, that's crazy. And they play one top 25 team. That's actually legit, and that's Miami.
All right. Hey, don't forget the legendary J. Michael's Restaurant today. We're doing a great lunch. The only thing Stevenson air conditioned for the Alabama update. I want to thank Jeremy Pritchard for the call. Listen to Jeremy every Thursday right here at ESPN Northwest Florida. And Jason, where are you located?
On 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village. I'm there 2 to 5 every day, so if you want to bring son or daughter in and get them on the right track, we got our InBody 570, or if mom, dad wants to come in, lose some weight, maintain some muscle, get healthier, we can help you with that. But we're also on in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
All right, we'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
104.3 ESPN is above the rim. Exciting college basketball is back. Tune in every Saturday for the biggest games in college basketball, plus marquee evening matchups during the week. The Round Ball. And it goes for the win! You want it, you need it, and we've got it. College basketball plays here. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Tuesday. A variety of some sun and slight fog this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze out of the south at 9 miles per hour, and look for the high to be 68. Tonight there will be slight fog with the temperature reaching 60. Slightly foggy and partly cloudy tomorrow with the high of 69. This weather is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
With over 4 decades in business, Instant Replay Sports Cards is happy to take your collection to the next level. All new hobby boxes, signed memorabilia, and supplies. New and vintage cards and Pokemon. Buy, sell, and trade. They're an authorized source for Topps, Panini, Upper Deck, and Leaf cards. Instant Replay Sports Cards inside the Stanford Station on 23rd Street next to Academy Sports. Come see the bigger store and the larger inventory, or visit online, instantReplaySportsCards.com.
Contractors, when your job site needs materials fast, trust the local team that delivers. Mid-South Lumber Company brings you reliable job site delivery, in-house credit, and competitive pricing on everything from lumber to doors, windows, and more. Plus, their unmatched customer service has your back through every step of the build, making ordering, delivering, and the whole process easier for you. Support local. Build with Mid-South Lumber Company. Mid-South Lumber in Panama City on 11th Street or on Highway 231 in Youngstown.
Now back to the Coach James Hale Show.
I'm not prepared. I really am not prepared at all. I hope you won't judge me on one email I sent 10 years ago.
My apartment smells of rich mahogany.
Live from the J. Michael Studio. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Eagle, hey, Martha, Kitty, James, Jenna. All you Auburn Tigers out there, we got a bunch of you guys out there, by the way. War Eagle, man. Auburn update brought to you by B4 Braves in Lynn Haven. Pat Perno, city commissioner over there, does an unbelievable job. And if you're out that way, go have your good lunch at B4 Braves in Lynn Haven. They treat you like family. You walk in there, it's like they know your name. TV's everywhere. Food's unbelievable. But it's the way they treat you. They truly treat you like family. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. All right, and once you're down that way, head on down and see Russ and Amber, right?
Get that special gift for that special someone
person
that comes in and fixes your computer during the show.
What about the person? What about the person that broke it? Should you get him
He
something?
gets nothing.
Might be the same person.
He gets nothing.
Yeah, I mean, Anyway, Auburn, they did this thing. Teams that have won national championships since 2000 in the SEC. Auburn is one of them. Let's talk about that. Auburn wins the national championship. Other teams in the SEC, Oklahoma's won one since 2000. Florida has won one. Texas has won one. Jim, I'm right about Florida. It's just one since 2000, correct?
Florida hasn't won it. Oh, no. Florida, 2006, 2008. They've
won two. Okay.
Yeah, Florida has won two.
I forgot about 2006.
Two with Tebow.
Auburn won two.
That's right. Almost won three in a row. That's right.
Yep.
So Oklahoma's only got one. They actually won it in 2000. Gators got two. Texas has one 2005. Georgia has two. They won it in 21 and 22, I believe.
Yes.
LSU has three. Three different head coaches won it. And Alabama's had six. Auburn's had one. But I want to go back to 2004. Auburn might have one of the best teams in college football that year. They didn't get the opportunity to play USC. They had played them a year before, I think in 2003, lost at Auburn. I believe that's correct. So they didn't give Auburn the opportunity to play. They put Oklahoma in the ball game. Oklahoma got killed by USC. I truly believe that Auburn would have gave them a game. I'm not saying they would have won the game, but I think they had a lot better opportunity to win it than Oklahoma did. 2013, Auburn played for the national championship. They got beat by FSU. And really, in that ball game there, I still think the best team, don't get mad at me, but I really think the best team was Auburn.
There's some lucky plays in that game. Not lucky, but the return, I think it was the kickoff return.
Kickoff return.
Yeah.
All right. The fake punt.
Right.
A kicking game, FSU won the kicking game.
And then that drive at the end of the game that really sealed it for Florida State was just really good.
Auburn had played press coverage most of the game.
Right. And then they went to prevent.
Go to prevent, and all they did was prevent themselves to win a game.
Yeah.
So that team. So what I was getting at, Auburn probably could have maybe 3 national championships since then. It's not a bad football. It's a great job. People go like they've lost all these losing seasons they've had. If they'd have kept Gus Malzahn, I don't think you'd have those losing seasons. They got rid of a guy they probably shouldn't have got rid of, in my opinion. And then the hires they made, they brought an athletic director in there, and he went out the West Coast. They hired a guy from Boise State, did not work out. How long did he last? A year and a half?
2 years, I think.
Yeah, a year and a half, something like that.
Wasn't long.
The Hugh Freeze.
They sabotaged him, though. It's just
well, yeah, the people didn't want him.
Right.
They made sure that he wasn't successful. Now, Hugh Freeze did not work out for whatever reason.
Quarterback.
Yeah, and he is
strictly.
He was a quarterback guy. So I think Golesh is going to be good. I do. I thought that about all of them, but I really think Golesh is going to be okay. Now, them going to 9 SEC games, that's going to be another opportunity for another loss. Somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose because you got to play that one more game. Then the administration did something that's probably, I think, stupid. And I know why they did it. NIL money, moving the Baylor game week 1 to Atlanta. A lot of people upset about that. A lot of local businesses are really upset about that because they're losing millions of bucks. That game not being played at Auburn. So it's just mismanagement by the people probably at the top. You got to look at them for some of the problems for having this many losing seasons in a row.
But how much money would they get paid to move that game versus how much would they lose by having it at Auburn with all the businesses, all the things that are going on?
Yeah.
I don't see that as a net positive, even financially.
Yeah. It's something about the NIL something. Hugh Freeze said something about when they did it. It makes sense to me. I just know the people that live in there. It's like Tuscaloosa, man. People are upset when they moved the game to Atlanta. Saban always played the neutral site games, Dallas, Atlanta, Miami, Orlando. That took millions of dollars from that town when a game's being played there. What they make on food sales,
no,
gas.
That. Every win matters right now. When you're trying to get into a 12-team playoff, why would you take a home field advantage and give it away to go to a neutral site? That's actually closer to your opponent than it is to you. Like, I just don't understand that whatsoever. Like, when you get into the playoffs, you're going to get $14 million. I mean, that'll make up for what you sold out to play this on a neutral site. There's no benefit for Auburn to do it. Like, I would have just said no. Texas, because we play at Fox, and they love to put us on at noon. Ohio State wanted to move that game up to Friday and play it on a night game because it was the weekend of whatever holiday was at the beginning of the year. And they're like, no, why would we play a night game in the shoe when all these people are lathered up on national TV? We're playing it at noon because it's a benefit to them. And you got to think of it in that way. I just hate that money's ruling everything, and that's the ending, deciding factor in every decision. It's just got to the point where it's just like...
it's really crazy. I was lucky enough to go to a game at Auburn or go to a game at Gainesville. I think it's very similar. Those are college towns. There's nothing else. And when you bring in all those people spending all that money, that's a big deal. I didn't realize that they had moved that to Atlanta. I'm like you. Why would you do that? Why would you give that away?
And the home field advantage at Auburn is one of the best atmospheres in college football.
And like he said, if you've never been, why do you think it's so hard for Alabama to win there?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tremendous environment.
Yeah.
Oh,
even when Georgia was so good, there were times Georgia was very fortunate to win the game there in Auburn. It's just different. If you've never been, you don't know what we're talking about. It's up there. It's underrated compared to the whiteout at Penn State and some of these other ones, LSU at night. Auburn's right up there, man.
But like you said, what has it been? 5 years in a row they've lost 7 games?
Something
5
like
years?
that.
I mean, it's at Auburn. I mean,
that's unheard of.
What? once is not an accident, but 5 years in a row, or it could be an accident, but 5 years in a row, man, I'm like you. There's got to be something internally going on there, or has gone on there.
Yeah,
hopefully it'll get straightened out.
A lot of places like Auburn and Alabama went through it, where everybody had a piece of the answer.
Right.
Everybody had their input.
Right. Too many chiefs.
Too many captains. Yeah, too many captains and not enough boats. And I think they just made some poor decisions in the last. Who they hired as AD, who they hired as coaches, and it caught up with them. And Gus Malzahn, I guarantee you, if he'd have stayed, he'd have won. I mean, you go up and down with your record.
Well, look back at just in the past. I remember when Tommy Tuberville was there, doing very well, kicking Alabama's butt every year.
6 straight years.
And they tried to bring in the guy from
Bobby Petrino
on a plane.
Right.
While he's still coaching.
I know.
It's like, so this is not a new phenomenon at Auburn. I just don't know about them sometimes. It's like, what are you doing?
It is a great job. You get the right guy, get somebody strong in there, like Pat Dye. Great things could happen. All right, let's talk about some of our great things we got here. Get out to Newby's, have a great time. We got 4 wonderful locations. Newby 2 on the Curve, go watch all sporting events. Head on down to the Mothership and have a great time. Also, don't forget the legendary J. Michael's restaurant. Today's special is black beans and quesadilla. It's incredible. The best seafood, unbelievable burger, steaks, pork chops are unreal. Go check it out today, the legendary J. Michael's. Also, Dr. Ward, every Wednesday, 7:30, right here in ESPN Northwest Florida. If it doesn't look right, it doesn't feel right, go get it checked out. Don't put it off. 5 minutes can save your life. All it takes is 5 minutes. Don't forget about our new restaurant on Panama City Beach Parkway. Pepper's Mexican Grill. Yes, Pepper's on Panama City Beach now. We all know about the one on 77. It's great. It's outstanding. You're over there, go have a lunch, tell them Coach said hi. Now, if you're here in Panama City Beach, get out to Pepper's Mexican Grill on Panama City Beach Parkway, tell them Coach said hi. Monday is Military Day, 10% off, and then buy one, get one free every day. House margarita, draft beer. You can't beat it. Pepper's Mexican Grill. We'll be right back.
ESPN Northwest Florida. The Paul Feinbaum Show.
Old school. Paul, I want to ask you a question. Do you ever take time for yourself? A me day, Paul?
I don't want to sound either too self-serving or disserving, but I cannot remember the last time I had a me day.
You need to do that, brother. You need to take time for yourself. Enjoy yourself for you. Nobody else, just you, brother.
Paul Feinbaum, weeknights, 6 to 10 on ESPN Northwest Florida.
Crawfish season is back, and the heat is on at Lone Star Boil House. Lone Star Boil House is where the locals go for delicious, mouth-watering Cajun crawfish, shrimp, buttery red royals, and everything crab. Plus, Lone Star Boil House is now serving liquor. Get crawfish 6 days a week, open to close. To-go crawfish also available at the front bar, and cross the follow on Facebook for frequent food and drink specials. Lone Star Boil House, 320 West 5th Street, downtown Panama City.
Find something you love with great deals this month at Panama City Toyota. Get 1.99% APR on a new Camry, rated best midsize car by Kelley Blue Book. Plus, 90 days until you make your first payment. Get 2.49% APR on the Rocket Tacoma. Plus, 90 days until your first payment. And get 2.49% APR on the powerful Tundra. Plus, 90 days until your first payment. Come check out our showroom or browse online at Panama City Toyota.
Offer expires March 2nd. For details, visit PanamaCityToyota.com.
That boot store reminds you that it doesn't hurt to give something stylish and practical on Valentine's Day. Just think, fellas, what she's gonna look like in that special Western outfit. Wow. Ladies, he'll look sharp in those jeans and new hat, too. Okay, fellas, to be on the safe side and not be sleeping on the couch, that boot store suggests that you complement that Western outfit with some lovely flowers, candy, or romantic art. Maybe all three. Just a suggestion from that boot store. Open Tuesday through Thursday, 9 till 5. Friday and Saturday, 9 till 5:30. Next to Billboard Kia, 15th Street, Panama City.
The Coach James Hale Show is live and local from the J. Michaels studio.
Boss, I got good news and bad news. Well, what's the bad news? Your hat's on fire.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Where'd he go? Walmart? Kmart?
I don't know.
Over to Publix.
Trying to get paper towels out of the
I
machine.
put this on it. I put this on right here. It was going down towards that electrical socket. I don't want that. All right, welcome back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest
Sorry
Florida.
about that. I made a boo-boo.
You made a big boo-boo. Look at that.
I was trying to be nice.
See what happens?
Yeah, I do. It'll never happen again.
Stay drinking, Jimmy. Keep talking, man.
We're going to change the rules in here.
Yeah. It is. He cleaned up his section. My section's still water. All right, let's get into it. I want to talk about Georgia Bulldogs, a legend there. The late head football coach, Wally Butts, was born, I think it was Monday. He would have been 121 years old. What did he do at Georgia? Well, he was head football coach at Georgia 1939 to 1960. His record there at the Georgia Bulldogs, 140 wins, 86 losses, 9 ties. He won 4 SEC championships. Georgia played in 3 Orange Bowls, winning 2 of the 3 in 1942 and 1960. They won the Orange Bowl. He resigned after the 1963 scandal over the Saturday's Evening Post. They did a story called College Football Fixed, the game that was fixed. It was in March 23rd, 1963 issue. Him and Alabama Bear Bryant and head football coach Wally Butts conspired to fix an upcoming Georgia-Alabama football game. The game was going to be played in Athens. Now, he had just, again, had quit being the head coach there in 1960. I think he also was the athletic director. Butts sued the Saturday Evening Post, and in 1967, the court ruled in his favor. The Post was ordered to pay Coach Butts and his family $3.06 million in damages. At that time, it was the largest settlement rewarded in the history of that time. Nobody got a settlement like that ever. Butts was introduced into the College Football Hall of Fame in 1997. He is also a member of the Orange Bowl Hall of Fame. He died in 1973, so he had 6 years to spend that money. He was only 68 years when he died. Mm-hmm. He went through a lot of stress, a lot of anguish, a lot of pain. I read a book about this situation. Paul Bear Bryant also sued, and what they did with him, they went ahead and settled, and Coach Bryant did this. He didn't want to be taken away from practice and things of that nature. Anyway, he settled, and I think the payout to him after everything was said and done was $365,000.
Wow.
But in the 1964 and 65, that was a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot of money back then. So Wally Butts was a famous guy. But look how long in the old days a guy could stay as a school.
Oh, yeah.
He only won. That's 20-something years he was a head coach there. 21, I think, 22, whatever it was. He only won 4 SEC championships in that time frame. Vince Dooley was there for seemed like forever. He only won, I think, 1 national championship. And I don't know how many SECs. He won some, but not. But Alabama was a dominant team in the 60s and 70s. But those days, I think, are done where you're going to see a coach go in somewhere and stay 20 and 30 years.
Kirk Cignetti ruined that. Like, you turned the Indiana program that was worst in college football history into a national championship in 2 years. Everybody's like, why isn't our coach doing that, you know? So it's like, I think you may get 3 years. It seems like it's bumped up to maybe 2 years if it's a disaster. So, and with the portal and NIL, you can overturn a roster in 2 years, and Cignetti proved that. But what people don't understand, he brought a majority of that team from James Madison. So he had a very older players, experience in the system, experience in his culture that he wanted to build. So it was almost like transplanting a culture into Indiana and then bringing in some players here and there to kind of fit that culture and fit that system. So I don't think a lot of people are going to be successful doing that. We'll see. There's a lot of new coaches coming out here. There's a lot of roster turnover, but those days are far gone. I mean, let's be honest.
In the old days, too, when you gave some of your word, you had a contract that usually they honored it. They had, I think they had better character back in the
Another big factor that the guys are overlooking here. There was no internet. There was no cell phones.
Right.
There was no instant criticism the minute you lost, where you got 6 billion fans getting on saying, you suck.
Right. Fire them.
And fire them. And that pressure goes right to the AD, goes right to the administration. You didn't have that.
Right. So, and the money wasn't there. I mean, there wasn't as much money in college football back then. Players
Coaches weren't making $10 million a year.
And there wasn't, schools making $100 million a year, $340 million in revenue. It was just a different era. It was about the game. It was about developing young men. It was about making them better, after college. Very few people make it to the NFL anyway. So I just think it was a completely different era.
Yeah, apples and oranges completely. I agree.
Well, Coach Bryant used to say every time he took a job, he had to have a 5-year contract. He says it's going to take 5 years to get in there and get his people in there and get things. That'll never happen now. You can't stay anywhere. I'm like DeBoer at Alabama. I said we got to give him 4 years.
Right.
And the main reason I said that because he's followed Nick Saban and the success he had. And the game's changed so much. But is he going to win a national championship in Alabama?
Unless they change their offensive identity, I don't see it. You got to run the football. You got to be physical, and they got a really good offensive line physically. They're going to have some guys drafted in the first round, and they just couldn't run the ball. And I don't think that's part of his personality. I don't think they really put an emphasis on that.
No, I don't either.
When you run these screens and you think that's an extension of your offensive run game, you got to line up and push people around. If you look at the national championship game this year, it was the two most physical teams all year long, Miami's offense and defensive lines and Indiana's offense and defensive lines. They were able to push people around. They were able to get those 4 or 5 yard chunks on first and second out running the football. And unless you have that identity, and it's something Ryan Day had to develop, early in his career, he just didn't do that, and that's why they weren't competing for national championships. But that mindset's changed, and I think the game's going back. We always see this in circles. I think it's going back to running the football, being physical, play action, really solid defense, and you're not seeing these 55-41, semifinal games that we were seeing about 3-4 years ago.
I think there's been a big enough sample size for Alabama under Hale and DeBoer to decide that running the football is not important to him. Now, 2 years ago, they had Justice Haynes.
Right.
Who went to Michigan and lit it up until he got hurt. He was rushing for like 150 yards a game. So did he automatically just gain the ability to run the ball when he went to Michigan? Of course not.
Right.
And they had him on their team and did nothing close to what they were capable of. And then this year it was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, they averaged less than 4 yards a carry.
That's pretty
At
hard
Alabama?
to do. Yeah.
Oh, are you kidding? So my point is, when you go 2 years and you still can't run the ball, that's you. That's on the coach.
And my problem with that is that the offensive line was huge.
Yeah,
and
they were supposed to be the best offensive line in college football.
I think it was scheme, though. That's my biggest point.
Scheme is everything.
Yeah.
Well, they fired the offense. What about Seattle? They fired the offensive coordinator. Where does he go? He goes to Alabama. Why did they fire him in Seattle? They couldn't run the football. What did Seattle do this year?
Ran the football.
Ran the ball.
Look at the
they
Super
also
Bowl.
won the Super Bowl.
They ran the football, went to win the Super Bowl, too. I mean,
yeah. I don't know.
There's something to it, I'm telling you. I'm like you. I think it goes it's cyclical. I believe that, too.
Well, we went to the air raid, so it all over the Joe Burrows and stuff like that. I mean.
And then the other thing, too, is how many teams, college and pro, go to the NFL and do go to the line of scrimmage rather and do the no huddle and just tempo that Indy NASCAR pace. Nobody does that.
Not anymore.
Nobody.
And Alabama did that and still got delay game calls. They did. That's crazy. South Carolina, here we go again. South Carolina has canceled future home and home with NC State. And again, the reason going into 9 SEC games, this game was supposed to start in this is way out now, 2030. The game was supposed to be played at South Carolina. Then at 2031, the game was going to play at NC State. So they're getting rid of that ball game. And
I'll be honest. Why would you be afraid to play NC State? I don't care how many SEC games you play. To me, that's a really good feather in your cap as an out-of-conference game that's really not a threat.
I agree.
If you're not as good as NC State, guess what? You ain't making the playoffs.
Yeah, and they canceled. They canceled that. I don't know who they're going to pick up. Maybe, I don't know. I think you'll see a lot more of these games canceled.
Oh, I do too.
Oh, you're going to. I don't think the high-end blue blood, like upper echelon Texas is Georgia's. I don't think Ohio State's are going to cancel them, but I don't think they're going to schedule them anymore past this next little block of games that ends in probably 2030.
Yeah. How much time? All right, let's take a break. All right, Jason, real quick, Max Fit Sports Nutrition.
Yeah, we got both great locations. We got certified sports nutritionists on staff that can write out a meal plan, get you on the right direction. We have InBody 570 at both to kind of track your results. Free sample bar. We got a lot of great new products in there. We have the best pricing in Panama City on a lot of these products. Even we try to match online prices as well. So if you're buying something online that we sell in the store, just come in, show us what you paid for it. We'll match the pricing on that. But just come check us out. We're on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village and in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
All right, let's talk about some of our other wonderful people. Max Fit Sports Nutrition, like Jason said, 2 wonderful locations. The legendary J. Michael's Restaurant, Stevenson Air Conditioning, Pat Purnell, City Commissioner, Lynn Haven, Beef O'Brady's, Lynn Haven. Go check it out. You'll love it. David Adamson. They do a great job. You know why? They got Russ and Amber down there. Valentine's coming up. Where are they located, Wildcat?
830 Highway 77, right there in Lynn Haven.
We'll be right back. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. Steve Burshaw, love you, brother.
She's all you ever wanted.
So this Valentine's, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida is giving you more of what your heart desires. College basketball.
At the buzzer! First, it's Florida versus Kentucky. Tip-off at 1:30.
Followed by Auburn at Arkansas at 7 on your home for college basketball. 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
Good morning. This is Joanna on ESPN Northwest Florida with your forecast on this Tuesday. A variety of some sun and slight fog this afternoon and evening with a gentle breeze out of the south at 9 miles per hour and look for the high to be 68. Tonight there will be slight fog with the temperature reaching 60. Slightly foggy and partly cloudy tomorrow with the high of 69. This weather is sponsored by Mid-South Lumber, the best little lumber yard in Panama City. Thank you for keeping that dial on ESPN Northwest Florida. Rely on it.
Are you living with chronic pain, anxiety, or sleepless nights? You don't have to just get by. You deserve to thrive. At Thrive Alternative Medicine on Panama City Beach Parkway, Dr. Laughlin and counselor Suzanne Clark provide a compassionate path to relief. From medical marijuana card certifications to professional mental health counseling, managing conditions like PTSD, chronic pain, and the complexities of cancer. Book online at thrivealternativemedicine.com. Thrivealternativemedicine.com. Find the relief you deserve.
When it comes to building smart and roofing right, TK Vandy's is the name you can trust. They're your go-to for general contracting, design build solutions, and top quality roofing. From concept to completion, they deliver excellence on time and on budget. Whether it's a custom build or a complex renovation, they've got you covered, literally. Call TK Vandy today and build something better together. TK Vandy, built with purpose, roofed with pride.
Welcome to It's the Coach James Hale Show.
But I believe diversity is an old wooden ship that was used during the Civil War era.
Live from the J. Michael Studio, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
And welcome back, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida. One of the greatest actors, I'd say, maybe all time, Joe Pesci. He is 80.
S sound. Pesci.
He is 83 years old. What do you think his best movies were? Goodfellas. What's Raging Bull? He was unbelievable. Casino. I loved him in Casino.
He was good in all of them.
Home Alone. The Irishman. I didn't watch The Irishman. My Cousin Vinny. Which one do you think is best? Give me his top 2.
For me, it's Goodfellas and My Cousin Vinny.
Yeah, Cousin Vinny's good.
Joe Pesci may have said the F-bomb more than any actor.
He made it famous. I like Casino, too.
I was going to say, those three.
They were out in the desert.
Right.
You Jew.
I put you out here.
Don't you ever. You've been warned. He was unbelievable.
My Cousin Vinny's one of the most funny, most underrated films because people just look at it as a goofy film. But if you watch that thing, you'll catch a new
Kid in it. Come on.
You'll catch a new one-liner like every time you watch it.
And the thing that makes My Cousin Vinny funny for me, and being a Yankee, being a Northerner, is it's true to life.
Right.
That's how people really act.
Oh yeah, especially in New York and New Jersey.
That's Alabama. That's North Florida. That's how they act. That's real.
And that's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing.
To what? To what?
You what? You
mocking me?
You were serious about that?
Sound like Jameis Winston.
Yeah, really. All right, let's bring this caller on. Good morning, sir.
Speaking of F-bomb.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir. My Cousin Vinny's my favorite, and in that movie, The Judge, Herman Munster, Fred Gwynn, he actually shakes Alvy Hugh Maddox's Alabama Criminal Justice Forbes book, the real one, at My Cousin Vinny.
Wow.
Unfortunately, it was filmed in North Carolina.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, it really was. I'll tell you something else about Vinny. Pesci. And Anthony Spilatro character, I had a dude in the mob tell me that the only thing that wasn't true about that story was they didn't beat him to death with ball bats. They beat his brother to death with fist in front of him and then beat him. And that is my mob insider. But I wanted to talk about those scheduling changes.
Yeah.
Georgia will continue to play Georgia Tech. Kentucky will play Louisville, I'm predicting. Florida will play Florida State. And South Carolina will play Clemson, but they will play no other tougher opponents because they'll have 9 SEC and those traditional rivalry games outside the SEC.
Yeah.
But,
I can understand that.
Yeah, me too. I just want to say one thing. I wish I could. I should have held it for Coach Manley, but isn't it great that the Patriots kicker got in the Hall of Fame, but their coach and owner didn't? That was a wonderful day. Jim Bob, I love you, man. You're the real deal.
The secret to their success, man, was the kicker.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Later.
Hey, sure, hang up.
I never thought of that, but he's right.
Oh, man. I disagree. I just think it's wrong that the owner's not in or Bill. You take the politics out. They need to be in.
That doesn't mean they're not ever going to get in. They just weren't first ballot guys.
But that's a big deal. I mean,
oh, yeah, it is.
And, as far as Bill Belichick's concerned, they always want to talk about Spygate and this other stuff. And we got a little bit of feedback.
He said bye. Sleeping. I need you to work on something.
There we go.
Right?
Nope.
No, I think they should have been in. Why have
talk about Spygate, Deflategate? The NFL didn't do anything about it. They didn't strip any Super Bowls.
Exactly.
So you can't, as a writer, be like, "Oh, I'm going to go adjudicate this case and stand on my morals."
Rob?
He should have had a 50 out of 50 votes. He has the most Super Bowls. The second best coach, I think, has 3.
Hello. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead, Colin.
Hello.
Hey, guys, this is Big Nate from Southport. My biggest question is that the combines are coming up, and I wanted to know from your guys' area down here as far as collegiate players, who are going to be the standouts that the coaches are going to be looking at the combine from FSU, Alabama, whoever else, Ole Miss. I mean, this region has a plentiful bounty of athletes, and I'm just wondering which ones I should be looking at more closely.
That's a good question because I'm not sure if the combine, roster has come out because there's some people that will get advice, some people won't. But I'd have to do some research on that, to be honest. I was so invested with the college football and NFL football season. You can look at some of these mock drafts and see who. Usually the quarterback spot's going to be big, but you just don't know who's going to compete there. Some of these guys will go and compete, some won't. But I'd have to do a little research to actually give you a legitimate
and
question.
On top of that, because they have the combine, then you got your private sessions that some of the schools sponsor for their players, especially at Georgia and Alabama. I know that they have their team days too, just before the draft. So it's just, I'm new to the area, so I'm trying to get my college game back on because I'm from the Northwest originally, and so I had the Huskies and Oregon to deal with. So it's just a bigger game down here.
Proctor would probably be the highest one for Alabama, the big left tackle, 6'7", 3. He's got all the tools to go first round, all the measurements and everything like that. But he didn't. His feet.
The ones that are always going to get featured at the combine are going to be receivers, left tackles, and edge rushers. Those are the top three that if you whatever team you follow, if they have a good player at one of those three positions, that's probably somebody you could look into and see how they're going to do.
I think
those are the positions that they want.
Is going to be very important to get to the combine and make make a statement for himself, because he didn't finish the season that well. Early in the season, they talked about maybe him being the top pick in the draft, but the way he finished.
Who's that?
Ty Simpson.
Oh,
yeah, I don't see that.
I thought he would come back for another year. He's got another year eligibility. He could probably make more money next year.
Well, that's what he said. He could have made more money going to Miami, but he said he's not going to do it.
Right.
He's going to go play pro. He got good character.
Clemson's got a lot of defensive linemen. I think Peter Woods is another one that's going to, really, make some money there. There's going to be a lot of good defensive linemen there. That I know Cade McDonald from Ohio State, the defensive tackle. There's some edge rushers that, you're going to see. But, again, I haven't done a deep dive into who's going to be at the combine yet. There's some people waiting on invites, so I'd have to do a little research.
They got two of the best players. They got another year to go.
I was hoping that the Raiders or would move back in the draft and pick up Ty Simmons for their quarterback needs, because that'll give them time to develop under Kubiak now, who they could get another tackle like you're talking about and protect that side and get the running game going and then build from there, because there's a lot of good talent in receiving this year.
I think the problem with the quarterback spot this year is there's one guy that has separated himself, and then there's a bunch of guys that are kind of question marks behind him. So for me, if I have the chance to get Mendoza, just the way he played this year, his competitive nature, and he's a dual threat. He's more Josh Allen than Tom Brady. I think you add him with their running back, and you definitely got to build up the offensive line. But I believe they got a couple first-round picks this year, if I'm not mistaken. So I think there's a lot of good offensive tackles in this draft too. Defensive line, like Reuben Bain from Miami. I mean, those guys, there's a lot of defensive linemen. You got Arvell Reese from Ohio State. This is projected to be top 5. You got Caleb Downs. You got a lot of good defensive players in this draft, but I think offensive tackle is going to be a strong spot. But to me, I think the Raiders got to take Mendoza. They got to have some stability at quarterback, and I think he's the safest bet. He may not have the highest ceiling when you look at some of these other players, but I think he's got the highest floor. And I think
where would you compare him to, like a Sam Darnold or a Drake May?
I think he's far better than both, to be honest. I mean, I think he's got the physical tools. I think he's bigger. I think he can run a little bit better. Maybe him and May are probably equal athletes. But I do think that the kid was a little underrated, being he's moved around a little bit. Not a whole lot of SEC guys saw him in Indiana. We saw a lot of them. But the kid's just a competitor, and he's not going to get in trouble. He's going to be a great locker room guy. He's going to be somebody you can build a franchise around and not worry if he's going to implode or do anything. I just think that floor is very high for him, so you're going to get at least a certain caliber of player and person. And I think that's what the Raiders need for stability.
Okay. Well, thank you, guys. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for the call, man.
Thank you. All right, how much time we got? All right, Jason, I'm going to give you time to talk about your business.
Yeah, I'm on 23rd Street every day, 2 to 5. So if you need to come in, talk to me directly. I can, put your son, daughter, or you or your husband on the InBody 570. We can kind of get you a starting base point. We can offer the supplement packages that you need to kind of enhance your supplements. If you need workout plans, Courtney works for me. She's got her own personal business where she does personal training. She does workout plans. She does remote training. If you don't live in the area and need somebody just to talk to and kind of work you through the process. But we're located on 23rd Street in the Del Coronado Village, and we're in Pier Park North next to Dick's Sporting Goods.
Don't forget about Turpo Pest Control. Patrick every Monday right here in ESPN Northwest Florida. Kyle Vandergriff every Friday. TK Vandy Roofing General Contracting. They design it, commercial, residential. They're incredible. And also don't forget about Steve Bertashaw, the swim coach at Mosley High School. He owns, and they've been in business since 1976, Steve's Bike Shop. Electrical bikes are taking over the world. They got a large selection, new and used. They'll deal with. They're incredible right there on 23rd Street. And I will say the top 3 movies for me, Goodfellas, Casino, and My Cousin Vinny. What about you?
I was the same ones, man. Those are my favorite. I'm trying to think what other one was he in, but My Cousin Vinny was my favorite out of all of them.
Yeah, Wildcat, what's yours?
I had to go with the crowd and go with Cousin Vinny. It was funny, and I don't know that actress's name that played
his girlfriend, fiance,
but
Marissa Tomei.
She's been on a lot of movies, and she's good. She was really good in that.
She won an Oscar for that.
Did she? Yeah. So there you go.
Was he in Donnie Brasco?
No.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci was not in
That was Al Pacino.
That was Al Pacino.
Okay, that was one of my favorite movies too.
What was the name of it?
Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco. True story.
Yeah.
Is it good? I didn't see that.
Really good.
Yes, very good.
All right, well, we'll be back tomorrow right here. We're going to have, again, Dr. Ward, 7:30, Mark McLeod, 8:30. All you want to know about the Florida Gators. And Glenn will be here. Pat, Brian will be here. Wildcat, you'll be here?
I don't know, maybe. It depends on how the blood tests go today.
Yeah, well. Quit drinking. We're out, 104.3 ESPN Northwest Florida.
ESPN Northwest Florida.
Colin Cowherd.
I preached last week. Stafford should be the MVP.